Welcome to See Me, See My Ability, the podcast of the ARC, Southern Maryland. I'm Rita Rich. Inclusion and accessibility to what everybody else has access to is a key theme for those with various disabilities, be they intellectual, developmental, or physical. Acceptance for who we are is a key goal, and in a way the upcoming national holiday of the Republic of Ireland is an example of a person previously being punished, becoming worshipped and revered. Yes, I'm talking about a guy named Patrick. He was English, abducted to Ireland, and as people got to know who he was, what he felt, they named him a saint. So in the midst of tough days for the IDD community in our state of Maryland, we had some fun and talked to my podcasting class about St. Patrick's Day.
You go over anyone's house for Patrick's Day?
When I was in school, I participated like everybody else. Did you participate in anything like wearing green or putting on funny green hats?
I put on something green one time, like a green shirt.
Why did you feel you wanted to do that?
Pretty much it was a special day, and it felt nice.
And you wanted to fit in?
Kind of. I just wanted to enjoy myself.
I like to wear a green shirt.
McDonald's was bringing out the Shamrock milkshake, and I like that too.
I like drinking sweet things. And the fact that it's green, well, it's because it's a novelty. You don't see it every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like to celebrate St. Patrick's Day because I like to be all green and so I don't get pinched and stuff. And I like to eat good food for St. Patrick's Day, like play games, Shamrock, and wear like St. Patrick's Day hats that they wear, like Shamrock.
Leprechaun?
Have cereal, have Lucky Charms.
Now, we talked about people dressing up for different holidays, and I put something on your neck, a little kerchief that you can tie up into a nice Windsor knot if you want. And what's other symbols on the kerchief? The four-leaf clover.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of clovers are not four leaves. The fact that they grow an extra leaf makes them lucky to some people. Do you believe in that?
I don't believe.
I'm wearing a tie that says, "Kiss me, I'm Irish." Well, I'm not Irish. Are you going to have fun and party and wear green on St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, if my mom doesn't have to work.
I wanted my class to understand that people who seem to have it all, well, some still face discrimination because, like many members of our podcasting class, of the way they speak. I put a friend of mine on speakerphone to talk with our clients. I didn't get her permission to record her voice, but I did get her permission to share her story on this podcast. I wanted the students to hear her real, authentic Irish brogue. My friend Louise O'Brien Harwoodin grew up in County Cork in Ireland, which is perhaps best known for the city of Dublin. Like so many immigrants, Louise came to America to get a good, paying job. She fell in love, got married, took all the tests to earn her American citizenship. After her husband died, her neighbors assumed she'd return to Ireland. After all, she still had her Irish accent or lilt. Without her husband, what other reason did she have to live in their enclave? Louise explained to the class that she chose to become a United States citizen. She built her life in our country, committed to living here, buying a house, and to being, eventually, laid to rest here beside her husband in a community church's graveyard. And Louise told of how her neighbors did bad things to demonstrate that she was not considered one of them. Our class talked about the concept of inclusion and understanding Louise's feelings.
I'm an African American.
But you were born in America, right?
Yeah.
But you've got African ancestry. Now, what if somebody said, if you don't like it here, go back to Africa? Would you be able to do that?
Well, but I don't believe I stay in the USA, United States of America.
How would you feel if all these years living here, somebody looked at you and said you belong somewhere else and you should move?
I would tell them no because I enjoy staying here in America. in Maryland where I was born. I don't feel a need to move anywhere.
There you go. That's part of St. Patrick's Day that some people might not think is relevant, but I think it's relevant. You can celebrate where your ancestors came from, and you do. If you go to festivals, and if you eat food at different restaurants, like there are Ethiopian restaurants and there are Indian restaurants where I live, and there's Salvadoran, and there's, of course, Mexican, and there's some folks from Nicaragua who've opened up a bakery shop.
Oh. Yeah.
They're doing all that stuff because they're wanting to make a better life here in America, and they're sharing their culture with us. So when somebody says, well, you no longer have a reason for being here, that's very disturbing.
Yeah. Especially when you move into another area, still got to be nice to see your neighbors.
So while our advocates are fighting to include more money for us in a 2027 Maryland State fiscal year budget, our students are considering how so many Americans face prejudice and exclusion every day. Have a great St. Patrick's Day. Make it a day where you wish each other health, life, love, and luck. See Me, See My Ability is the podcast of the ARC Southern Maryland. You can find it on our website, arcsomd.org. ARC is spelled A-R-C. And you can listen to it on Apple, Spotify, Podbean, and other places where you find podcasts. Please listen and leave us some stars as a review or write us a review. I'm Rita Rich. Slán go fóill. Good health. Goodbye for now.